Hey guys, okay, the potatoes are boiling from the last video, and I want to talk to you about something I started talking to you about in the last video. I went down a rabbit hole last night because I was looking for, I don't remember what I was looking for. Oh! I was trying to figure out who Baymax is, now I know. Because he's a Disney character that kept coming up like in the Gem Pushers and stuff. And, you know, they're almost a generation younger than me, so I had to look it up. And it sounds like actually a really cute movie. Apparently, well, in the process I saw, are they making a 2, 3, 4 edition of different movies, different Disney movies. And yes, they are. I guess with Toy Story 4 there's some controversy, and I remembered hearing it when I was at my friend's house with her mom. But again, she's 12 years younger than me. But even she was upset by it. So I don't want her seeing Toy Story 4. She was talking about what I had read, which was that Snoop Dogg was furious because his grandchildren, who are like 4 years old, coming to him asking him about same-sex relationships, something they shouldn't know anything about at that age. And I know people would argue that I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not. When your target audience is anywhere from age 18 months to 9 years, I don't think that should be a topic. I'm sorry. What does that have to do with toys saving their world? Their toy world. Like, I guess the next one, they're going to be saving their world from Lily the tablet, or whatever. Great marketing, by the way. And I'm not being sarcastic there. Kids love their tablets. Why not have one named Lily in Toy Story? It makes sense to further the story. And supposedly Bonnie, the person who Andy, as he grew up, gave the toys to, is getting into Lily, the tablet, whatever, Lily the laptop, or whatever she is. I think she's a tablet. And, but I don't know where same-sex relationships comes in. But evidently in Toy Story 3. 4 is coming out with Lily the tablet. So, and don't get me wrong, the series is a great play on the evolution of toys. Juxtaposed with the evolution of childhood. So, I get that part. That sounded very psychological, and it wasn't meant to, but it's true. It's the position between the evolution of childhood and the evolution of toys keeping up with the evolution of childhood. And where that leaves the old toys, that sort of thing. Again, sounded much more psychological than I intended, but that's what it's about. And so why they need or feel the need to include LGBTQ in that, I don't know. I see nothing wrong with, okay, Andy gave his toys to Bonnie. I think Bonnie's Andy's daughter, actually. Because Andy went off to college at the end of, what, the second one? So I think Bonnie might be his daughter. So it's an evolution, and I get that. But do we have to have those messages in with that evolution? Then come to find out, I don't know what that sounds like. In Frozen 3, it comes out, and I won't say she comes out, I'll say it comes out that Elsa is gay. Elsa is a lesbian. Really? Why do we need that? If Frozen were a movie for 30-year-olds, whatever. They understand that there are different kinds of love, but really? Again, your demographic is like 18 months to 9 years, for God's sakes. So people were asking if in the fourth one, which is also forthcoming, I guess, they're working on 3 and 4 at the same time, and they asked if she'll have a girlfriend, and Disney hasn't. They said it'll be known that she's gay, but Disney hasn't written in a girlfriend for her. Well, good. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't let my child, if I had a child that age, see that. Because I wouldn't want to have to explain it to them. Just like Snoop Dogg said, he wasn't being anti-LGBTQ. He said, why in the world would I want to explain that to my 4-year-old grandchild? He was horrified when his grandchild came to him after watching Toy Story 4. He said, what the... Or Toy Story 3, I'm sorry. 4 is coming out next year. Toy Story 3. Like, what? You know? It's Toy Story! So, yeah. No. I don't care if you're gay. But I'm 51 years old. And I understand it. Did I have a clue about it at, 18 months to 9 years? No. I found out about it about 9, 10 years old because people would accuse me of it, and my mother had to explain it. It was a bathroom thing. It was stupid. I was a little kid who didn't know any better. I didn't do anything inappropriate. I would climb up on the toilet and look around. And if there were people in the stalls and made them uncomfortable, and I understand that, I was a little kid. But there was zero sexual anything. Zero. So. And yes, I'm sure it's confusing for kids who, like, I grew up with crushes on Potsy on Happy Days. David Cassidy, yes, I'm that old. Who else? um, paunch on chips, not so much Knight Rider. Although I liked the show, I didn't have a crush on him. I was fascinated with Kit. I mean, I liked him, don't get me wrong. And I had an autographed picture of him that my friends got for me at the demolition derby. And I had a picture of Paunch, too, that my aunt got me that was framed. I'd like to know what happened to those pictures. But anyway, I don't have a freaking clue. I wonder if they ended up in a box in that basement. Huh, that would be interesting. Anyway. So I was a girl who liked boys, and that's how it's supposed to be. As far as I knew, and boys liked girls. Although it took them longer to figure it out. In my day, I don't know if that's still true, but in my day, girls thought boys were cute and had crushes probably a little earlier than boys did, or at least earlier than boys admitted it. Now, boys could have had crushes at 10, they just weren't going to admit it. Like, when I was a little girl, the boys would have had crushes on the girls on Facts of Life. They would have had crushes on, Kimberly Drummond. They would have had crushes on, just like we had crushes on boys. And so, that's the life going through my head now. But yeah. If you want to take a sitcom and have somebody's friend, tell them they're gay, that's okay. Because the family can sit down and watch it together. And the parents are going to explain if it's a show. My opinion. So I don't think it should be quote unquote closeted. I just don't think it has any place in preschool television or preschool movies. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go finish the meal and probably just edit. Bye guys. God bless you.